Howdy, folks. It's your boy here, back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. And just logged into the game this morning, and we have the info for the next update. This one looks pretty substantial, actually. There's quite a lot to talk about. We're getting another legendary remix for Legendary Azura this time. And finally, after how long, we're starting to get Divine Codes Part 3. So there's some juicy stuff in there. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, first things first, we have some updates to Summoner Duels where they're adding this replay search feature. So every replay is going to now have an ID attached to it. So if you want to share that replay with other players, you can just press copy battle ID there and then search for it over here where it says on the top search by battle ID. And that way you'd be able to share any replays of interesting fights you've done in Summoner Duels. This is going to apply to all of the Summoner Duels modes. So regular, R, and S, you'll be able to share replays from all of those modes. And it's just really nice for all the other players that may not be able to record their matches and they still wanted to share the matches with other players. So this is just a really cool idea. Okay, there are also a couple of other changes going to be made to Summoner Duels. So, let's see here. We're getting these two brand new Captain Seals, so let's take a look at what they do. Alright, Flash of Steel up first, has the Savage Blow icon there. If Captain initiates combat, Captain can make it a follow-up attack before the foe can counterattack. Alright, so it gives you Desperation. That's going to be nuts with brave attackers, like Lysithea, for example. Also grants the following to Captain and allies within 2 spaces of unit during combat. Neutralizes effects that grant special cooldown charge plus X to foe or inflicts special cooldown charge minus X to unit. That's pretty nuts. Okay, so it's Desperation automatically for the Captain, as well as female legendary Byleth's passive special effect, where she can grant Sword of the Creator to all allies in 2 spaces and herself. So that's going to be a really interesting offensive Captain Seal. Also, we have Rallying Cry there, not too familiar with this icon. At the start of turns 2 through 5, grants all stats up 6 to Captain and allies in 2 spaces of Captain for 1 turn. That one seems a little bit of a throwaway. If you are going to be running any stat bonuses, it's not too hard to slap some tactic skills in the team or run units that naturally grant buffs to allies, like Legendary Tiki, for example, with everyone 2, just grants defense and res up 6 to all allies. There's also Legendary Hector who does it with Ocean Pulse 2. So, not as interesting as Flash of Steel, I would say. A little unfortunate. Alright, so these Captain Seals will be available for the next season, beginning next week. This is the first, so in a week from now, the next available Summoner Duels mode will have those seals. We're going to be able to increase favor level up to 1700. If you guys remember in Summoner Duels S, currently the cap was 1000 favor. So actually, my bad, guys. No, this is for favor duels. So right now the cap in favor duels is 1600. They're raising it by another 100 so you can get some more rewards. They've been really consistent with raising the favor level. So for people that just want to play for fun in Summoner Duels and just get some rewards a nice and casual way without like taking it too serious, this is pretty cool. I like it when they do that. So just a nice addition there. And let's see here. Okay, so that seems to be just about everything for Summoner Duels. So now we move on to what I'm sure is one of the more long-awaited things in the game. We're getting finally Divine Codes Part 3. There are some really juicy units in here, so let's take a look. Alright, starting on the first line with 3 houses, we have the Summer Casper. He has Victor Fish, and he has Bonus Doubler, which is pretty good to get from one of the first Divine Code Seals or Divine Code characters you can redeem. Alright, next up we have the Winter Bernadetta. She has Attack and Speed Push 4 and Lull Speed and Res, so pretty good. Then we have the Fallen Dimitri. This guy's got Attack and Speed Solo 4, and then he also has Odd Tempest, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had Odd Tempest. I don't think he has... He might have even Tempest, actually. I don't remember. He does have a Tempest, though. Then we have the Halloween Seiros, who has... Or Halloween Rhea, man. My bad, guys. Dude, I always do that. I always I see Rhea, and then I always think, oh, that's Saros right there, but that is a spoiler, Tacho. You shouldn't be giving the story away for 3 houses. Alright, regardless, she has Dragon Wall, which is nice, and then she has Attack Res Unity. Very nice skills for an Ephemera code, or not an Ephemera, but a Divine Code manual to have. And then finally, we got the Gatekeeper with Close Reversal, I believe it is. It's just Close Counter with Defense up 5. And then he has Joint Drive Defense, I think. I can't remember if it was Joint Drive or Joint Hone Defense, but he does have one of those in the C slot, so pretty nice for fodder, more so for Close Reversal. Alright, then for Awakening and Fates, we have the New Year Caden. Or, is that Caden or is that Keaton? I never played Fates, guys, so you're going to have to forgive me with that, but I actually don't remember what skills this guy came with at all, so that's not a good sign right out the gates. If I don't remember what he has, then probably isn't anything important. Alright, next up we have Nyx, who has... Actually, I don't even remember what Nyx has either. And I'm sure Nyx actually has good stuff. She might have, like, Attack and Res Solo 4, or, like, Lull Attack and Res, or Lull Speed and Res, or something like that. I actually do not remember what she has. Then we have Charlotte up next, who has Time's Pulse, Frenzy, and also... Is that all she had? She might also have Swift Sparrow 4, I think, or Swift Sparrow 3, I think. I'd have to double check, but she definitely has Time's Pulse and Frenzy. Then we have the fallen female Morgan, the flying one, who has Dive Bomb. She's got Attack and Defense Solo 4, and then she has Attack and Defense Menace. So that's a really awesome one to get as a Divine Code there. And finally, we have the Halloween Grima, who has access to Near Save. So that's really cool that they're giving out Near Save. We also have Henriette over here if we just skip ahead to Heroes and Genealogy and Thracia. Henriette has Far Save, and then this Grima over here has Near Save. So free-to-play copies of the save skills. That's very welcome additions to the Divine Code shop. Alright, next up we have Vika from Path of Radiance. Vika unfortunately doesn't have much, but if you were trying to merge her up to plus 10 and you haven't already done so, it is nice to get the copy on the house for the merge. Alright, then we have Astrid, who has Attack and Speed Rally Plus, I believe. And then she also has a Ruse skill. Can't remember which one. It might have been Speed and Defense Ruse. So she's not too bad of a fodder unit for some utility skills there. Then we have Sephiran. That is awesome. Winter Sephiran. This man has Odd Recovery. So that's really good. Odd Recovery is like one of the best skills in the game, especially for healers. And he also has Tannin Baton, which is a nice weapon that grants guard to allies in 2 spaces. And he also has Attack and Res Push 4. So he's a really good one. Then we have Volk in here, man. Volk, the god himself. The bringer of lethality. So Volk is amazing. He's got Time's Pulse. He's got Sturdy Impact. He has, of course, lethality, which is one of the craziest specials in the game. So it's amazing that they decided to give him out for free in the Divine Code shop this time around. And then finally, we have the Pirate Naysala, who's got Attack and Speed Solo 4, and then he's got Speed and Defense Trace 3, Near Trace, I believe. He has also Stall Ploy, but no one gives a damn about that, so whatever. Okay, then we have Blazing, Binding, and Sacred Stones. So, what is that, the GBA games, I guess you could say? My favorite era of Fire Emblem also, Dude, the sprite animations on the GBA were so good. And Fire Emblem might have had the best animations on the GBA, just period. That's saying a lot, dude, because the GBA was a clinic when it came to sprites. Alright, regardless, enough of my gushing there. We have Juno up first. I think Juno has Attack and Speed Form 3. And then maybe, like, Acrobatics or Flyer Formation. I don't remember her B skill, but I think that's how that worked. Alright, then we have Luis over there with Attack and Speed Ideal 4, and then she also has the Rainbow, so pretty decent fodder there. You got Dussel as well with Defense and Res Solo 4, I think it was. And then I can't remember his other skills. He might have had Lull Attack and Defense. I would have to, like, a lot of these I actually don't remember completely off top, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me. There's like, how many units in here? Like 5 for each row, and then we got 6 rows, so it's like 30 units. I'm doing this like off the cuff, guys. So if I can't remember all of them, then I mean, I'm just a dummy, I guess. All right, we have Bride Shanna over there up next after Duels. She has, I think she has attack and speed push 4, and then she has speed and defense rain, and she also has near trace. I can't remember which trace skill she had, if it was attack and speed or speed and defense or what, but this Shanna is actually a very good fodder unit, so it's nice to see her in there. And then finally we have Baby Larachelle, who has, what does she have? Attack and speed push 4, I think, and then she has speed and res far trace, right? So Larachelle also pretty good for fodder. She has, I think she has rescue as well, so that's really nice to see one of the movement healing assists getting added for free there, because those are really powerful and they're also really rare to come by, so it is nice to get rescue on the house there. Alright, then for heroes, Genealogy, and Thracia, we already skipped ahead a little and saw Henriette there with her save skill, so it's really awesome they decided to give us that. But up first we have Levin. I think he was a demote character. I believe this Scion Levin was a demote, so I actually don't remember his skills, but I think he had Special Spiral though, so that was pretty cool about him. We have Asbel up next. Asbel has Fury 4, I think, so that's not too bad. We have up next the Scion Lakche. So she has Times Pulse, she has Frenzy, and I can't remember what her A skill was. It might have been Speed and Defense Solo 4. So pretty good fodder, just like with, similar to Charlotte. She has the Frenzy and Times Pulse thing going on there, so that's really nice. Then we have Sarah, finally, who has Return. Oh, man, that's awesome. So we're getting Rescue and Return on these Divine Codes. That is so good, guys. Wow. If only freaking Sarah came with, like, even recovery or odd recovery or something, that would have been just God tier right there. She does have attack and speed push 4, though, so I think Return is actually the thing you want to fodder her for the most. Make sure to get Return on one of your healers, because that is arguably the best healing assist in the game right now. It's just reposition with heals, so that's really good. All right, we talked about Henriette. So the final row, we have Heroes, Mystery, and Shadows there. So what is that? Shadows of Valentia, Mystery of the Emblem, and then Faye, of course. So Dancing Berkut up first. I don't remember what he comes with, but he was one of the more like throwaway units that they added. There's not too many people that have him to my knowledge, so a little unfortunate there. We have the Plegian Katarina there, so she had a really good weapon, actually. I remember her perf weapon was like the Plegian effect on all stats to the foe. So, like, her weapon is good, but it's a perf weapon, so you can't get it on other units. And I don't remember her skills off top either, so big RIP there. Alright, we have Zeke up next. I believe that's Zeke. What does Zeke have? Zeke, I think he had a lull skill. He may have had, like, lull speed and defense or lull attack and speed or something. And then his A skill, what was it? Like, man. Oh, boy, it's tough remembering all these units and all their skills. So, forgive me, guys. I can't remember Zeke at the moment. Alright, we have Summer Freya, though. Summer Freya is really nice. I'm sure she has attack and speed solo 4, and then I think she has Fatal Smoke as well. So, like, dude, Fatal Smoke fodder is really good. Because it's really rare, too. There's not a lot of units that have that. It's just, like, Duo Lif and then Legendary Sigurd. So, for Freya to have that and be in the codes shop, that's really amazing. And then finally, we have Brave Marth, who's got Even Tempest. He's got, oh, the Speed Up 5 and Chip Damage Distant Counter. I can't remember what that one's called, but it's a pretty nice skill. And his B skill, what was his B skill again? Was it a perf B skill, or did he even have a B skill? I don't remember, man. It's not like it matters, because this Marth, he has, like, built-in Vantage. He gets built-in HP recovery. He has so many effects on his weapons, so I actually don't remember what his B skill was at the moment, but it's fine. So there you guys go. We got some really awesome manuals added to the shop this time around, so I'm excited for a lot of these. Okay, so what else we got? All right, you're going to have the option, of course, to use the higher tier manuals. Like, you'll be able to use level 3 manuals to get level 2 characters and level 1 characters as well. I don't know if I'd recommend doing that, because some of the earlier ones, level 2 was actually pretty good, but level 1 was low-key kind of trash. There were rarely any good units in there for options for the fodder. And a lot of the skills don't hold up anymore either. Like, distant counter and close counter were two of the best options we had in there. But they've been power crept already by other skills that are new. So, level 1 Divine Code's not too impressive, but level 2 is still pretty good if there's some stuff in there you didn't pick up yet. And of course, level 3, I would say save all your level 3 manuals to use on the level 3 units. Alright, so next up we have Legendary Azura's Remix. What was really weird about this is that she's the only Legendary Remix in this batch. Usually they do them in pairs, so we would get 2 characters at a time. And I'm actually sure that Legendary Roy was supposed to get his by this point. But what is this, like the second time they skipped Legendary Roy? So what's going on with him? Do they like have no idea what they want to do with him? Or are they afraid to make him too good or whatever? I don't know. His weapon has built-in distant counter, and I could see his C skill actually becoming really nuts, because it grants attack and speed up 6 to allies in, I think that are adjacent to him or in 2 spaces of him or something like that. So that Roy actually has the blueprints for a really awesome unit. Just depends on how his remix turns out. But anyways, we have Azura over here. So she's got Grey Waves 2. Grants another action to target ally. And if target is an infantry or flying ally, grants null panic to target. And target can move 1 extra space. Okay, so she kept it's pretty much the same thing, actually. It just grants null panic now. Which makes sense, I guess, because her weapon effect, what was it, Prayer Wheel, also grants a bonus to whoever she targets with the dance. She, like, grants them the same highest bonus they already have to all their stats. So what you would do is run, like, Hone Attack 4 on Azura, get attack up 7 to a unit, and then dance on them to get all stats up 7 that way. So, pretty nice. Null Panic is pretty cool. It combos nicely with Player Wheel, I will say. So, that's not too bad, but it's certainly not as insane as it could have been. So, maybe for the good of mankind, it's not as good as it could have been. Alright, and then for her new skill, she's going to be getting Attack and Speed Push 4, which is awesome, actually. So, before this, she had, what was it in the A skill? She had Blue Dual Flyer, I think it was. So, yeah, you're absolutely adding nothing to her combat potential. So, Attack and Speed Push 4 is certainly a lot better for her. Also, a lot better for fodder, too, because, like I said, Attack and Speed Push 4 is my favorite attack and speed boosting A slot passive. Alright, we're getting the next round of the Memento events there. Pretty funky. I don't know why I love this mode so much, but it has nothing to do with anything. It's just there for the adorable factor, so there you guys go. Okay, we're getting new ephemera codes as well. They're just showering us in these manuals, right? Okay, so we have the Bunny Fear, the cutest unit in the game, and then we have Bunny Veronica as well. Unfortunately, I can't remember what skills either of them came with, but I'm fairly sure Fear had Attack and Speed Solo 3. I can't remember what her other skills were, though, and then Bunny Veronica, I just have no idea. She might have had Cavalry, like, I think she had a Duel 4, or not Duel 4, like Duel 3, but like Green Duel Infantry 3, she might have had that, or was that Hellbindi? I can't even remember. Okay, it's just too much stuff to remember, but otherwise we're getting other 4-star characters. Obero is pretty interesting because she wasn't added too long ago, so if you're trying to merge her up, it might be a good idea to pick up that copy. And then we have Scion Nana as the Tempest Trial prize option for this round, so looks pretty good to me. Alright, and then finally, I think this is the last bit of info we have to talk about, so okay, this is the next batch of weapon refine characters. So, of course, Azura's in there because she's getting her remix. Then we have Shigure, who could be pretty cool because he is a very easy merge project for everyone. He's been in the game forever, and his weapon that he has right now, I think it does plus 10 damage when he triggers a special. So, could be interesting to see what they do with him. He is a flying unit as well, so he's got that movement superiority. He could be pretty cool if you build him up with stuff like Dive Bomb and Tempest skills and all that good stuff. So, very hopeful for his remix. We have Sue getting a remix as well. What does she have? Short Bow. I think that one also does plus 10 true damage when you trigger a special. So, yeah, both Shigure and Sue have some good potential there, because true damage is one of those effects that ages very nicely. We have one for Mikoto over there. Mikoto had Flash, didn't she? So imagine a refine for Flash. Flash is still pretty good. So her remix her refine could end up being pretty awesome. We have Garen over there from the Grand Hero Battle Selection. Another easy free-to-play merge project, so hopefully he ends up looking pretty good. And then finally, we have the New Year Gunthra. So, Gunthra, her weapon, I believe it inflicts debuffs to foes within 4 spaces that are the nearest to her. Or it might be all foes in 4 spaces, actually. I don't remember. But she does like -4 to all stats to them. So, she might be a pretty interesting debuff option. Seems like that's what they like to do with the Niffle units. Just make them debuff bots. So, pretty interesting. Okay, I guess we do have a couple more things to talk about here. So, Aether Raids, we're getting a Dark Shrine level 9 upgrade. Pretty good. The Dark Shrine is one of the better defense and offense structures, so that's nice. We're getting new songs added to the concert hall. So, Renewed Purpose from Shadow Dragon and Anxiety from Three Houses. I don't remember off top which tracks those actually are, but you guys know I hate Shadow Dragon more than any other Fire Emblem game. It is my most hated game in the series. But one good thing I will say about Shadow Dragon is that the music is actually pretty good. So, nice to see some concert hall additions from that game. Alright, Mjolnir Strike getting upgraded. Nobody gives a damn. And then we have new heroes being added to the Grail shop. So, we're getting Reeve and we're getting Dean there. Pretty nice. Reeve is one of the best units for Summoner Duels from a free-to-play standpoint, because he just shuts down like everything. Any unit that gains bonus movement at the start of the turn is at Reeve's mercy. So Yuri, Legendary Sigurd, Tempest using units. I believe he also affects that Sacred Seal, or that Captain Seal that grants +1 movement as well. So Reeve is just a nightmare to run in Summoner Duels. Very good unit and very good merge project. Dean also has pretty good stats, and I think he's the only free-to-play dagger cavalry unit in the game. So, he would actually be a pretty good pickup for the copy of Lethality we're getting from the Vulcan here, if you are going for the project with him. Because you could just give him Ouch Pouch and then give him Lethality, and he's a freaking cav. So, Dean looking pretty good. Alright, one final change. They're upgrading combat animations for Ishtar, because her Resplendent attire has a different attack animation than the regular one. So they're just going to match it so that both of them have the same one. I guess that makes sense. Not a big deal, but whatever. Also, it's going to be easier to increase summoner support and ally support levels. That is a nice update. Very nice for quality of life. Especially for non-Fade Pass owners that have to keep on switching back and forth between summoner support. That is going to be really good there. And there was a mistake with the Winter Ephraim's Refine. His weapon was doing something weird, so I guess they fixed it. I actually didn't remember the details about that, but it is what it is. So that covers us for this data not data this whatchamacallit, this, what is it, the update information for the next update we're going to be getting. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about all of the stuff that we saw here. Let me know which one of these Divine Code lines are you going to go for first. I think I'm going for Path of Radiance first, because we're getting Odd Recovery, and then we're getting also Lethality there. So 2 really awesome pickup skills. Oh, the save skills are really good too. The lines that have save skills are really awesome. Man, it's just a clinic this time around. There's so much good stuff in here. So let me know in the comments section what you guys think about all this, and what do you think of the remix for Legendary Azura, and also when do you think Legendary Roy is going to get his remix. Very curious to see what you guys think about that. So that's all for tonight, or today. It's real dark out. I'm recording this as soon as I woke up, so it's dark outside, but it is still morning. So good morning, good night to any of you guys out there, depending on your time zone. Let me know what you think in the comments. And this is your boy Tacho signing out. So take care, fellas, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.